Thank you for watching another episode of Carrollton City Limits Flashback Flicks. We ask if you like these videos that you please like, share, and subscribe to the channel that you're watching it on. This is a way that you can help us continue doing videos like this for you. This happened in 1958 in Farmers Branch, Texas. The community of Farmers Branch, north of Dallas, becomes owner of the Don Showman Memorial Park, dedicated today in honor of a Braniff Airline resident of Farmers Branch before he was killed in a plane crash in March. As scouts from Troop 713 prepare to raise the flag, a Braniff airliner flies low overhead in tribute. Showman was a passenger aboard a DC-7 headed for Panama, which crashed in a swamp just after taking off from Miami, Florida airport on March 25th. Don Showman was one of several pilots aboard. 9 persons died in the crash, 14 survived. The $125,000 park is officially dedicated by the Reverend Tom Shipp, pastors of the Lovers Lane Methodist Church in Dallas, where Showman was a member. The crowd moves to an $80,000 pool, where Showman's widow and children have a personal hand in opening the ultra-modern facility. 7-year-old Donald Showman Jr. doffs his sneakers and wades knee-deep into the pool, putting it officially to use for the season. Mrs. Showman watches with daughter Sylvia, who is the age of 12. The Y-shaped 6-lane swimming pool, built to an Olympic specification, will next month host the North Texas Regional Junior AAU swim meet. When we were doing this video, I actually Googled and did some research to try to find photos of Don Showman so that we could better see on who he was. In doing that, I came across something even more interesting, and this is what I came across. Corpus Christi, Texas, May 7th of 1952. 2 pilots are puzzled. Brightly lighted objects sighted in a sky near them. An unidentified flying object, distinguished by bright lights about 9:00 p.m. yesterday, passed a Braniff Airline DC-3 inbound from San Antonio, Texas. The incident occurred as the plane was preparing to come into Cliff Mouse Airport. Pilot Bruce Martindale and co-pilot Don Showman emphasized they did not know what they had seen. Both were cautious about describing the entire incident. Apparently, no one else here saw the lights. I wouldn't, underneath any condition, say it was a flying saucer. The 2 men surmised at the time that it was a helicopter. At a distance, it had resembled a rapidly blinking star, they said. Helicopters do not fly at night, a Navy spokesman said today. The Civil Aeronautics Administration control tower here shows no entry concerning a helicopter in this area. Of course, the control tower operator said there could have been one in the area without us noting the fact. Don Showman, the co-pilot, spotted the object first. He said he watched it remain stationary for 2 minutes. The bright light resembled a star on the horizon. He said Martindale's attention was called to the site by Don Showman. The pilot described its first appearance as a very bright, fluttering, blinking star. The light appeared to be blinking about 600 times a minute, he said. Martindale said the light remained stationary for 2 or 3 minutes and then began moving northward, passing them. Distances are hard to estimate at night, Martindale emphasized. It said that the object appeared to be at least an altitude of 5,000 to 8,000 feet and was about over the Naval Air Station base when he first saw it. No great burst of speed was noted by the airplane employees. The object, after hovering over the NASA area, moved off in a generally northern direction. Showman said that the distance between their plane and the sighted object as it passed on the plane was difficult to determine. The object's speed appeared unexcessive, although if the object was at a great distance, the speed would have been very great, the co-pilot said. The DC was an altitude of 1,200 feet and over the Odin fan marker, a radio aid to navigation device which emit energy overhead. They were not too concerned with the sighting. It did make them a little nervous, thinking at first it was rapidly blinking and then possibly a helicopter. They said they didn't call anyone's attention to it because they were unsure of exactly what to say. No one on board the plane asked them about the occurrence after the flight was over, and they didn't mention it for a couple of days. The incident took 6 or 8 minutes or so. Martindale and Showman today are just wondering what they actually saw. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Carrollton City Limits Flashback Flicks. Again, we ask that you please like, share, and subscribe to the channel that you're watching this on. Until next time, we'll see you later. Thanks, y'all.